Hey guys, it's Books and Coffee with Melli. I hope everybody's having a good Thursday morning. Here's my coffee. It's Archer Farms mint flavored whatever from Target. K-Cup. Anyway, the reason for the video today is I have a few things I want to share with you. One, I'm currently reading 2 books. The first book is Norwegian Wood by Haruki Murakami, which I believe I mentioned in my last video. It's possible, maybe, maybe not. I know I received them. I started it not yesterday, the day before, and I'm on page 256, which is more than halfway through the book, if you can see where my bookmarker is. Anyway, I'm most likely going to do a review on this book. Why? Because I really liked it. I tried to read this book as an ebook. I tried to read the book as an ebook from Overdrive, and I could not get past the 6th page. I don't know why. And I was like, oh, maybe it's just the author, the writing, the style. And I also tried to read. No, that was the first book I did try to read and couldn't read from him. And then I did end up reading After Dark by him on Overdrive as an ebook, and I think I was able to read that one because it wasn't an actual. It was more of like a short story, not a short story, but it was like a novella kind of type book. And so it was a little faster to read. I actually read it in one sitting, which I also know I didn't mention in my last video. But anyway, I just went ahead. I actually am reading 1Q84 as an ebook, and I'm on my Kindle from Overdrive, and I had to borrow it because by that time I was only halfway through the book. At the end of my lending period, and I'm not trying to read it just sit down and read it. I'm reading it when I go upstairs for the night with my son and go to sleep. Well, when he goes to sleep, I get my Kindle and I read it, maybe a chapter or 2. And I'm actually able to do it. I'm on the 3rd book of the series, and then I went and ordered the book the other day because I have a feeling that I'm not going to be able to finish it by the end of my lending period, and I actually do want to finish the book. And even though I do like the book and I was able to read it as an ebook, I actually wanted a physical copy of it because I want to actually reread it in a normal setting, I guess you could say. Just to sit and read the book, not to use it like my nighttime read. And I think I would be able to do that better with the physical copy. Anyway, so I'm rambling. I think that for me, I do have trouble with ebooks being able to read them. And it's not obviously the book itself. I think it's more of, I'm old school. I'm not that old, but I grew up with books, actual physical books, and I like that. And I think that it's the transition of having a physical book versus holding a tablet. And, it's all the emotions that come with holding something in your hand that's not a tablet. It's like the turning of the pages, the smell of the book, the look of the book, things like that. The color of maybe the cover, because, most of the time ebooks. Well, I have a Kindle. My Kindle, actually, it's not just like a regular Kindle Paperwhite or something like that, where it's the actual Kindle Fire, where it's a tablet also, so it's color. But I think it just has something to do with the way I'm reading it, whether it's a physical book or not. Anyway, enough about that. The next thing I want to talk about is I did do my October I guess wrap up type video where I said what I read. And I did read 13 Reasons Why. And I want to actually review it for you guys real quick. I'm not going to give too many details, but basically, I read this book in, I believe, one sitting. Yeah, I read this book in one day. And I have got to say that this book was awesome. It's basically Clay receives these tapes, and he doesn't want to listen to them, but then he gets curious as to, like, why am I being sent these tapes? So he listens, and he gets, like, the character Hannah, who was the focus of the book, she actually committed suicide, and nobody knows why she did it. And the tapes are basically telling her story, what led up to it. And basically it was bullying, but not bullying in the sense of the word where, say, I go up to you and I bother you, I tease you, I'm always picking on you. It was bullying in people's words without them realizing what they were really doing, because in high school, like, you can say something and, you know, or, you know, maybe say something in a jokingly manner, and you don't know how the person that you're joking with or, you know, speaking about is going to take that. So it's kind of like that was the type of thing. It was other people's actions that affected her, that and how all these people were connected. And that's kind of like the story. So this book is actually a really good book in the sense that it shows that you don't have to actually be a bully in the traditional sense of the word of being a bully and not be a bully. Like, we all do it. We all, oh, look at her, the way she dresses. Oh, you know, and we're not saying it to that person's face, but rumors start. Things like that happen. You're not trying to, like, you know, intentionally hurt somebody. It's just you're making a comment and you don't think that comment might hurt the person you're commenting on. So that's kind of like, you know, this is a good way to show that sometimes words, even though they may not be meant to hurt, or you don't think they would hurt, do hurt people. Sometimes words hurt more than your actual physical actions. So I really like that. And by the end of the book, I was like blown away. Like, wow, like this girl, you know, and nobody saw it coming. Like, you know, she gave no indication that anything was wrong, at least in my eyes. She didn't, you know, okay, I'm wrong. She did. She went to the school counselor, who's also the English teacher, and she kind of like hypothetically put a situation into play, and the counselor did not respond in the way she needed him to respond, and that was the end of it. It was like, okay, I'm reaching out for help, you're not getting what I'm trying to, you know, reach out for, and that kind of just, I guess, pushed over the edge. That she did try to, you know, get help, and it just didn't work out that way. Anyway, I recommend it if you want a book that is maybe for, I mean, you're a teenager, to, you know, if you have I'm gonna say a high school student, a teenager, a young adult, even a tween. I would give this to my 10-year-old, my 11-year-old, soon to be 11-year-old, and say, read this. And I actually may just do that and get her take on it, because even though I know she's not a bully, that's one of the things in school that they don't tolerate. Sometimes you don't realize what you're doing is bullying, even if it doesn't, because it doesn't seem that way. So I actually may just give her this to read, except for the fact that there's a few sexual scenes in there. I may just wait for a little while, but I'm definitely holding on to this book for her to read it as a lesson. And sometimes words hurt. Most of the time, words can hurt. I'm not going to say sometimes, most of the time. Anyway, the other thing, give me 1 second because I need a cup of coffee. Excuse me. Book mail. My husband is like, what is going on here? You're getting all this book mail. Okay, So the other day, and I actually told the mailman he made me the happiest person on earth because I wasn't expecting it, and I was having a pretty rough day. We're having issues where we had Comcast cable, and my husband wanted to switch to Verizon because they came around because they put Fios in the area. And my husband, who normally is always looking for a better deal on something, got sucked into the whole salesman spiel, which I wasn't there for. And he switched to Verizon last Wednesday, and by Saturday, he was like, nope, not going to happen. He never canceled Comcast yet, so now we're waiting for Comcast to come. Since Tuesday. It is now Thursday. They're supposed to come between 9 and 12 today. Yesterday, they claimed nobody was home. I was sitting at my window, no Comcast truck came by. Anyway, that's a whole nother story for a whole nother time. Anyway, so I've been dealing with that stress. And if you have any, young kids at home, and I'm not saying this is an excuse, but I have my 10-month-old, and we have a set routine we do in the morning. We come down, I put the baby first on, I sit him in his high chair, I give him some cereal to kind of like munch on until I have my first cup of coffee, and then I give him breakfast, and he watches baby first. You don't understand how, like, his whole routine is thrown off, and he's not happy. And I have internet because I have the Xfinity Wi-Fi hotspot that I'm using, which is fine, but you know, it's really not that great. Like, I have no TV whatsoever. Excuse me. So anyway, so it's just been a rough couple days. So when the mailman was like, I was like, oh, no good mail. He was like, it's in the mailbox, because he handed me the rest of the mail because I heard a beeping outside my door. Excuse me. Anyway, so I open it up, and I get this. Christian Hannah, The Nightingale, a novel. Now, I know I had entered, excuse me, I am so sorry. I know I had entered a reading room giveaway for it. And I wasn't expecting to win, because most of the time I don't win anything. But I did win, and I got the email that I won. So I knew it was coming, but the way they made it seem as if it was going to take weeks and weeks, like it would be like a month, you know, because it's by the author, not by the actual website, reading room. But anyway, so I'm like, you know, I was thinking I was getting some paperback, you know, ARC. And I opened it up, and it's a hard copy, and it's a pretty nice hard copy too, which is, I mean, I love this cover. It's like I guess that's Paris. Yeah, it's Paris. Anyway, so, and it's like you're looking out a window at the Eiffel Tower, and it's raining. So it's a beautiful cover, and the colors are just so pretty. It makes me think of winter. I don't know why, but it makes me think of winter. And the inside is a map. It's a map with a compass, and I guess this would be the map of Paris, or of France. I had to think about that for a second. Like, where is Paris? Paris is in France. And the back cover, it's the same thing. And this is from St. Martin's Press. So it's like my little letter. So I'm actually gonna check it out. And then the book itself, the actual hard copy book. Oh, if I can get the dust jacket back on the back. Come on. The actual, it's just a blue little cloth, you know, and it's really a pretty color. I actually think my my bedroom is this exact blue that's on this book. It's actually just a really, really pretty cover. And the book, I know the book just came out, and it says, in love we find out who we want to be, in war we find out who we are. So this is a historical novel. This is it says, in the quiet village of Caravu, I think that's how it's pronounced, Vivienne Mauriac says goodbye to her husband Antoine as he heads for the front. She doesn't believe that the Nazis will invade France, but invade they do, in droves and marching soldiers, and caravans of trucks, and tanks and planes that fill the skies and drop bombs upon the innocent. Okay, so, it's about the war. It's France 1939, and it's basically tells the story of two sisters separated by years and experience, by ideals, passions, and circumstance, each embarking on her own dangerous path towards survival, love, and freedom in German-occupied, war-torn France. A heartbreakingly beautiful novel that celebrates the resilience of the human spirit and the durability of women. So, I love historical fiction. I'm really excited to read this one too. And I haven't looked anything up on it yet because I know it just came out. Yeah, that's it. So I'm really excited to read it. I'm probably going to read it after I do my Haruki Murakami books. And so that'll be like a change of pace for me in reading. I'll probably make it one of my December TBRs. One thing I do want to state, in my November TBRs, I had said I was going to read the Elegant Blood something. I forgot the name of the book. But it's the historical mystery book. I'm going to try to get to it. If I don't get to it, don't get mad at me. Because I'm kind of like on a Haruki Murakami type fix right now. I don't know why. But I feel like when I read him, though, I need to be taking notes. It's really funny. Anyway, I'm not going to get back into him. But anyway, so that's that. If you guys have any reading suggestions for me, I suggest that you do read 13 Reasons Why if you were thinking about it and weren't sure, because I was the same way. I wanted it. I wanted to read it. I stated in another video that I kept eyeing it in Target, and then I found it in the used bookstore. So, and I finally picked it up, and I'm glad, like I said in that video also, I'm really glad that I did. Anyway, so that's it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I do apologize that it was so long. I know I did a lot of rambling, and I went off subject and all that good stuff. I'm so sorry. But anyway, I hope you guys have a great rest of your Thursday. If you liked the video, thumbs up. If you didn't, thumbs down. That's okay. I don't judge. You're entitled to your own opinion. I will leave the link below for my blog and for other websites that I go to get digital copies of ARCs and things like that. If you guys want to see any videos, or any suggestions for videos, just leave me a comment, or let me know. I do check it every so often. So I guess that's it for now. Have a good day, guys. Bye.